Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Thursday, March 15th, 2018. Basically, this is what it was like most of the day. We had a little bit of sun peek out here and there, but as you can see, it's now overcast. They've been calling for possible flurries since about noon. It's a 3 o'clock right now, so we're supposed to get a little bit more snow, like a 30-40% chance, so we'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, we just had what we ended up getting last night, which I said, so we got a couple inches yesterday. The panels had a little bit of a dusting, these ones didn't have any, so I cleaned them off this morning. And today, we've brought in 3.4 kilowatt hours already today. Now, so I've had a couple people ask me, and I know for my older subscriber, this is going to be a little redundant, so I apologize to you guys, but we got a lot of new people that don't know exactly what the deal is, how it works, and all that type of stuff. So I want to explain it a little bit first, okay? Right now, what I have up altogether is 3,120 watts, okay? And so somebody had asked, about how much, do we get in each day, and do we get enough in and stuff, like that. So let's go with the numbers real quick. The average household uses 30 kilowatt hours a day, okay? The average off-grid household uses 10. If we end up with 3 kilowatt hours in a day, I basically can run all day long into the night, and then we can go to bed, and then we turn our power off at night, okay? And the reason that we do that at night is because, number one, we're sleeping, and there's no sense having the power on with things drawing power. There's no reason for it. So what we do like with the refrigerator, because I run a full-size refrigerator, what we end up doing is we have ice blocks. Basically, I take old orange juice bottles, big plastic orange juice bottles. We fill them with water. We freeze them in the freezer, and then at night we put them into the refrigerator, and we close that door. So it keeps the fridge nice and cool, no issues at all. And we've been doing that ever since we got the fridge. Okay, so for at night, there's no reason to run the generator, or run the solar. Okay. What the ultimate goal has been since the very beginning, and I talked about this when we first got up here, was to continue to add on to the solar, to continue to work with that, and eventually wean out the generator altogether if we can, or strictly have it for an emergency backup, okay? So what we've done is, gradually we've increased, and even with this year, with adding the 2 new panels up here onto this, the system that we have already, it's made a huge difference already. Now, I have 3 more 300-watt panels that are going to need to go online this spring, okay? So that'll take us up to 4,020 watts once we add those on, all right? So it's going to make a big difference. So we get enough, like if I get at least 3 kilowatt hours a day, we can basically run all day long, which is that for us is good. Now, you wouldn't think that would be enough power, but it is. Now, in the summertime, we pull in a lot more, obviously, and so we stay in float charge longer, and that's what we kind of want to do right now, is we want to get it up to where it gets into float charge, which is 28.6 kilowatt hours, and then once we get into float, then it just stays that way, even with everything on. Now, right now, I think we're at 27.2 for the charge. Like I said, when you get up to 28.6, you're in float. The 50% charge for us is 24.5. We really don't want to go below 24.5 on the batteries. So I baby my batteries anyway, I'll be honest with you. And so that's what I do. I keep an eye on that. But with the added solar panels this year, with these panels, which were not here at this point last year, it's made such a huge difference. Like today alone, this part of it has brought in 2 kilowatt hours. This part over here has brought in 1.4 kilowatt hours, okay? So, obviously the angle is different, so we're getting better production out of these guys, and we have more over here anyway. So, that's what's with that. So, I wanted to talk real quick. So, sorry, like I said, you guys that have been watching me for a while, I apologize, but I've had a lot of questions about it. Do we have enough to run all day? So I don't use a lot of power. The camper we have on, like right now, the camper's on as well. We have a full-size refrigerator in the camper as well. So I got 2 full-size refrigerators going. The inverter in the camper goes, and you know, we have all the house and stuff like that. But believe it or not, with just even bringing in 3 kilowatt hours in a day, it's more than enough for our needs. Anything above that is just a bonus. And like I said, if I could at this time of day keep us in float, then it's going to be better for the system. Now, like you see, the sun is peeking out a little bit right now out of the clouds there. So that's going to affect everything. It's going to make that just charge up that much better. We'll probably end up with 3.6 or 3.8 on the day as far as our total. Right now, like I said, we're at 3.4 kilowatt hours. Okay, so I want to talk about something real quick. So first of all, let me just say this. The end of yesterday's video, I accidentally shut off the camera when I was coming back into the house. So I apologize, I didn't do my ending that I normally do every day. And I was like, I already had 10 minutes in on the video, and I'm like, do I want to start all over again? And I didn't, so I didn't. So that's why it went like that. Okay, so I wanted to talk about happiness realistically. You know, is it a choice? Can anybody reach it? And I believe truly that anybody can, and I truly believe it's a choice. You know, reaching for your goals, having dreams, having aspirations, and then working to reach those. You know, as long as they're within realistic expectations, I think that anybody can do that. And whatever your passions. Let's say you wanted to be learn how to do piano, and it's always been your dream to do piano. Well, unless you pursue it, it's never going to happen, you know. So you really truly need to pursue your dreams. It gives us, here's the thing. Life can be very methodical. It can be just grinding it out day by day by day. But with having a dream and having a hope gives you something to live for. And that's realistically what it's all about. And I don't care if you're disabled or not disabled, you know, if you set realistic goals, you can reach them. And I don't care who you are, okay? So, you know, and the only one, like I said, and I say it at the end of my videos, the only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. So I'm a big believer, and I think happiness is a choice. You have to follow your passions. You have to follow your dreams. And if that's what makes you happy, that's awesome. You know what I mean? And having those type of things, that is a really cool thing. And that's what life is really truly all about, is, you know, setting goals and then reaching those goals. And then once you reach that goal, you set a higher goal. You know what I mean? You aspire to do better. And, you know, realistically, anybody can achieve these things. You really truly can. And it's a choice. You can blame everybody else for why you're not successful in life, but at the end of the day, it comes down to your own actions. Oh, there's the sun peeking out now. Even better. That's good. More power. So anyhow, you know, it's really, really important not to give up. And it's important to have something to look forward to. And, you know, some people want to live vicariously through their children. You know, they want to push their children to do stuff that they didn't do. And I kind of, when Heather was little, she wanted to do gymnastics, okay? I'm not a big gymnastics fan, I'll be honest with you, okay? But I'll tell you what, I was there every day with her. I went to every meet that she had. I cheered her on because that was her passion. And I was going to support her passion. Now, she got to a point where it started getting a lot tougher, and she decided she didn't want to do it anymore. Again, that was her choice. Now she, you know, she loves art, and she pursues art, and she wants to go to school for chemistry, for college for chemistry. And I absolutely support her in whatever she does. And, you know, and that's good. And I'm, you know, and that's the other thing. You can't force kids to live your dreams. You have to let them live their own dreams. And so, like I said, you know, that's what's really, really important. And Eddie wants to do something with, obviously with computers, and that's what we're going to work on for him. And so he can follow his dreams in that aspect, you know, and have some form of independence and stuff like that. So those are important things. I mean, like I said, having dreams and having aspirations, and, you know, sitting down and, like I said, I did this in another video, writing out your goals. Like, okay, here it was January, just 2 months ago, and sitting down and saying, okay, what are my things that I want to get accomplished this year. And you know, and I told you guys I have 3 things that if I get these 3 things done this year, I will call it a successful year. I want to get the chicken coop built and get chickens. That's 1. Okay. I want to get these solar panels up on a solar mount so that they're up in the air higher and they can produce better for us. Okay, that's number 2. And the 3rd thing I would like to do is to get a greenhouse in. Oh, we got to show you who's coming. The man. What's up, buddy? My big boy. Yeah. You good kitty? Huh? Kind of doing your thing. Loves being outside. He's a good cat too. So anyhow, like I said, following your dreams and following your passions realistically, that's what it's all about. So I have those 3 goals minimum this year, and if I reach them, I will be ecstatic. If I can do more than that, all the better, okay? And I'm just going to see what happens. And a lot of it depends on how everything goes. I mean, you know, you never know what life's going to throw at you, what curveballs you're going to have happen. So that's important, okay? So anyway, I wanted to talk about that. I hope that information on the solar panels was helpful to the people that had questions on it. And so anyway, so that's what I kind of wanted to chat with you guys about today. I definitely want to hear your feedback on the video. You know, where are you at in life? What are your dreams? What are your hopes? And are you following those things? You know, and that's important. Are you making the proper steps to follow your dreams? Okay, so now today I'm actually going to do the end of my video and not turn this off ahead of time. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, STD, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. You can reach your goals. You can do whatever you aspire to do. Set realistic goals and you can reach them. And the only one that's going to stop you is yourself. Nobody else can do it. Nobody else can. You know, setting realistic goals and then reaching them. And then you set the bar a little higher next time. That's what it's all about, okay? So listen, I hope everybody's having a good week. We're already at Thursday, which the week is freaking flying by again. And I will talk to you all tomorrow, okay? Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.